Yeah, exactly.
There you go. All right, we good. You ready?
Yeah, we ready?
Is it live right now? It may be live right now. Coach Prince right now is going to check our feed on YouTube and Facebook. If you guys are watching right now, can you see us? They can see us, right? Oh, they can't see us no more. We gone. We gone. You might still see it. The mic is still going though.
Mic is still going,
The mic is
absolutely.
still going. So you guys
Are we back up?
Nope, not yet. You might have to turn this to a podcast. Like, oh, there we are, back again. We're back again. Tag team back again.
Is it recording? You see a little record button on?
It says stream one.
Yeah, I know, but it should say record on there.
Nah, I don't see it. Nah, record is not on.
Okay, hold on.
You out, Jay?
Yeah,
Well, up, bro.
see you in a minute. See you in a few days.
All right, bro. Take care, man.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one, bro. He don't know what he's doing.
Oh, that shirt. The shirt made by Frank. It fades, bro. I washed it. I gotta get that fixed. It's not like that.
It ain't like this one?
All right,
Yeah, this is a good one. All right, bro. Take care, man.
We're live.
You live?
Yep. Ha!
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hopefully
so we live. Yep. Here we go. We are live. What's going on, guys? I said, wait, I can't even talk yet. You still doing something with the video?
Let me turn the music. Go ahead, go.
All right, cool. What's up, guys? Boxing Profiles TV on YouTube. This is co-host DJ Ed Calmball, my host, the main host, the head coach here at Georgia Duke. He's somewhere. I think he's turning off the music or something. That way you can hear us a little bit
Don't
better.
try to kill
We
each
have
other.
my mic here. Coach Prince, he has his mic, but he'll tell you his throat is hurting him a little bit. Over here in Northern California, the allergy season is picking up, especially because we're around farm country, all right? But Prince is going to make his way back here. We have a very special and exciting. Oh, we out, Prince. We off again, man. I think they can hear me, but yo, once he brings back the video feed, we have a very special show tonight because Prince was actually head coach and cornerman for a winning boxer here from the Georgia Duke. They can't see us again for this. We gone again, but they can at least hear us. But yes, one of our own here at the Georgia Duke boxing gym here in Vacaville. He improved his record to, is it 8-1 now? Or is it 9-1?
He is currently, right now, he's 5. 5-1.
5-1. That is a great record. Yeah, he's only 15 years old, right?
Yeah.
He's not around here, but shout out to Christian. Christian, we're proud of you, man. We saw the picture with, with the coaches, and you did a great job. What was it, Prince? He's going to be on camera just a little bit. Wait, how did he win? Decision?
It was a decision win, yeah.
Unanimous?
Basically, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Majority? Unanimous?
Unanimous.
Unanimous. It was unanimous for him.
Yeah.
So there you go, man. Big shout out to Christian because I see him here Mondays and Wednesdays. Actually, even when I was here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, he was here as well. So he's obviously putting in work here in the gym. A lot of other guys here in the gym tonight as well. Always packed here at the Georgia Duke. But with that said, if you are here in Solano County, there's no reason unless you're part of another gym. But shout out to other gyms there, all the other gyms. Shout out to Knucklehead. Shout out to Torpedoes, right? Vallejo Pal. There's a lot of boxing gyms around here. But if you're in Vacaville, or if you want to come here to a city-backed boxing gym, come holler at us. We're at the Georgia Duke Boxing Gym here in Vacaville, California. Like I said, City of Vacaville has us, is backing us. You know what I'm saying? With that said, we also have done a fight night here last year, and we're looking to do a fight night again this year at the end of the year. I believe November is what Coach Prince says, but can't wait for that. Be super excited. USA Boxing will be sanctioning those fights as well. Just like the last time, it was exciting because we had a bunch of different gyms from everywhere and different ages, different backgrounds, obviously, and it was fun. There was a lot of kids there and adults too. You know, a lot of kids though. Kids that show
What
heart.
you gonna work on?
Young adults, you know, so inspiring. You know what I'm saying? Because they're still young, and to have the discipline to do what they do, and to you know, persevere even after getting hit. You know, it's really admirable. So yeah, Prince is still walking around. I think he's trying to figure some stuff out with the video feed, but that said, yeah, like I said, I kind of need him to help me out with the hosting because he was the one that I wasn't there for the actual fight. Coach Prince was there for the fight. Like I said, he was a corner man, coaching, you know, head coach there as well at the actual fight. Coach Jose was there, and I'm sorry, I forget what was the other coach's name?
Gio.
Gio, yeah, Gio. Shout out to Gio, man. All four of you guys, yeah, I saw that picture. So no, that was awesome. Good stuff. Like I said, I'm waiting for Prince. Yo, Prince, what's up with this, man? Trying to film me right here. Whoa.
No, the camera. I'm having an issue with the camera for some reason. It just, I don't understand what's going on with it.
It's all right. They can still hear you. But like I said, nonetheless, we still need to have you talk about the particular fight because we weren't there. We got questions, all right?
Yeah.
We got questions. With that said, like I said, I'm just chilling for now because I'm trying to have Prince fix our video feed here. If you are watching live or if you're listening to us live, go in the comments. Drop us what you guys thought about. It happened a couple weeks ago already. But you guys think that Inoue has what it takes to stay undefeated? You think he, within this year, you think he'll find staunch enough competition that they'll be the first one in his record? Who knows? What do you guys think? Go on our comment section, Boxing Profiles TV on YouTube, or hit us up on Facebook. Anything we talk about tonight, just let us know what you think, because your opinion is important, and we want to base our shows around you guys. Because I mean, if you guys give us some feedback, and you guys are like, nah, man, you guys gotta change this up, we're gonna change it up. All right, so Prince,
I'm sorry, brother. Yeah, I'm gonna sit down.
Man.
I'm sorry, brother.
It's okay.
I'm having an issue with the camera acting up a little bit.
It's all right.
It's all good though.
They still need to, they've at least heard my voice.
And I don't understand why it's acting up. It's like go ahead, bro. Keep talking.
All right, cool. Prince is still here. Like I said, technical difficulties. You never usually have this problem. I guess it happens when you come back on filming from not doing a live in so long. I guess everything is trying to reset
stuff around.
Yeah, you know, reset other stuff around. But yo, here's Prince. I don't know if you guys can see him. Prince is right next to me. What's going on, Prince? I don't know if they can see you, but yo, even if they can't,
they can see. They can see.
They can. All right, cool.
Yeah. So, but wait, before we get started though, hey guys, hey, here you go. Welcome to Boxing Profiles. I'm Coach Prince, and this is my co-host Ed Combo.
Yo, let's go. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but check this out. Look, that's Coach Prince. Look at us. Me, DJ Ed. Yo. And hit him. There you go. Subscribe now. You see that. Boxing Profiles TV on YouTube and Facebook. Tune in. It says Tuesday at 8 p.m. But yo, we are here on this Monday. I don't know about y'all. Oh, there you go. It's looking great. I don't know about y'all, but this Monday was a little bit hard for me to get up. I didn't want to get up this morning and go to work. But yo, all of us do stuff we don't want to do, right? You know what I'm saying? Prince, like I said, man, unfortunately, Prince, you are dealing with a little bit of allergies right now.
Yeah.
But you were still here training hard. When I was walking in, he was sweating up a storm doing mitts with one of these young lions over here. But Prince, before we go into it, all right, so we heard, just like I said from me talking, something special happened. Was it Saturday or Sunday when it happened?
It was Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, it was Saturday.
What was that particular thing, and why did it have significance to you and to this gym?
Well, the reason why it was significant. Well, first let me tell you what happened Saturday.
Yes.
Saturday, one of our fighters from this gym, the the Georgie Duke Center.
That's what I was getting to.
He fought in a boxing match, and the young man's name is Christian, and
Shout out to Christian.
Christian
Christian was hard.
he was doing a great training here in the gym. Excuse me. He's doing great training here in the gym.
Right.
And we were pushing him hard for his fight that was coming up at Caballeros. Caballeros in Sacramento, California.
Wow.
Boxing club. And so he was doing a 3-round fight, 2 minutes per round. And one of the things that I always tell my fighters is, you know, when you step inside that ring, I don't care if it's amateur boxing or professional boxing, or what are you doing inside of the ring?
You don't play boxing, right?
You can't play the sport. It's straight savagery,
Right.
and your life is on the line. You know what I'm saying?
You can't play boxing.
Yeah, it's just that simple. Your life is on the line, and you know a lot of people don't tell the kids that, but you got to get them to understand that their life is on the line. They just got to get that mentality, and your job is to go in there and hurt people. It's to hurt business, whether it's amateurs or whether it's pros.
Yeah, and you don't even
It's to
have
hurt
to
business.
not like the person.
Yeah, you don't have to-
not like. I've seen friends fight all the time.
Yeah.
It's business.
Well, a lot of the
Business hurt
guys,
each other.
that I fought, I didn't hate them. I just
You got a job to do,
I had
right?
something I had to do, and I just went and we just did it. That was just that simple, you know.
Right.
Win, lose, draw, whatever. We just went in there and we just did it.
Right.
That's just the way it is, and it's the same thing.
Right.
So you know,
But that said, though, Christian picked up the W, right?
Christian picked up the W,
Shout out to Christian, man.
And-
Christian worked hard.
and I was hoping that he would be here tonight so we can actually talk to him on
Right.
camera, but he's
Hopefully
not
you
here.
can, you know,
He'll
yeah,
probably be here tomorrow, and the next one we'll catch him.
right.
But the bottom line to it is, he went in there and he put in the work, and I told him, you know, my pet peeves is this. Number one, if you're gonna work, you work the whole 2 minutes of every single round. Okay, every second of that round, you are working. You only stop unless the referee tells you to stop. That's the only time that you stop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If your opponent stops, you continue
Keep it going, right?
because that's what you're there to do. Okay? And you look at it round by round. That's it. You don't get past that. You stay on the first round. Once you get through the first round, then you go to
You
the
don't think
second.
about, you don't think about the later
You don't
rounds.
think. You don't think about. You
You
don't
gotta
think
take
about.
it in the present, because if you don't,
Exactly.
if you're not in the present,
Yeah.
that's how people, your mind fluttering and then boom, right?
You have to stay in the moment.
Right.
When you're actually in that ring, you have to stay in the moment. The moment that you get out of that, the fight complexity changes.
Right.
You know what I mean? They got to stay focused on what they're doing and what they're in there for. And the best
Right,
way for them to do that is just take it round by.
By round.
Yeah.
Or even as you said, make each second count. So essentially, if you want to really concentrate on something, and the basis of, you gotta, like you said, actually every second counts, which means every second for that 2 minutes, you gotta work you gotta be on.
Everything you got to be on, and here's the thing about amateur boxing: the judges are paying close attention to you. You know, so every time you in there, you throwing head and body shots and moving around the ring, showing the ring generalship, this and that. You impress those judges, and that's how you win in amateur boxing. Punches win fights. Volume.
Actually
wins
landing,
fights.
right? Yes.
Yeah, volume and stuff like that. It wins fights, and that's the name of the game. Once you understand that, then you could step forward in this game and start winning, because again, it's all about volume.
And that's crazy what Prince is teaching here. You should see some of these, like I said, they're straight up kids. There's no way to cut it other than they're kids, because some of these kids are as young as 5, 6 years old that are running through here. Probably even younger.
Six
6 years old. 6 years old, and then a lot of these young cats that I see that are fighting like grown men are teenagers. Christian, 15 years old.
Yeah.
Record of 6-1. You know.
Yeah.
The stuff is crazy.
Well, the fighter that he had a record of 8-0.
Wow.
Well, he was, my concern was when I heard that the fighter had an 8-0 record, I was concerned. I was like,
Who's he fighting right?
I was like, okay, so who's this kid he's fighting? You know what I mean? I didn't know who the kid was until the kid actually walked into the ring itself. And when I saw him, I was like, okay, all right. The kid was a bit shorter than Christian was. He was like maybe an inch shorter than Christian. Christian had the longer reach.
Right.
And then Christian, when they were boxing, one thing I noticed about the kid that he was fighting is the kid didn't have any feet. He had very, very slow feet. And fighters that have slow feet are usually
Like
flat.
plotting feet.
They're flat-footed fighters. And the one thing about boxing is you got to be balanced. And your feet plays a big part in
Huge part.
your movement and also on how you throw your punches and deliver your punches. So most of your fighters that fight flat-footed, they're more squared up when they box, and they throw these really, really hard punches. And okay, that's fine. That's fine, well and good. There's nothing wrong with that. However, I teach my fighters you're there for a second, no longer than a second and a half, and you're gone. Okay? If you are able to
moving, right?
keep moving. If you're able to throw your punches and move at the same time, you're gonna be unbeatable. Because the angles are always changing. You're always fluent, and that's exactly what Christian did. He was utilizing that technique. We were yelling and screaming. That's the reason why my voice is hoarse. And the allergies was acting up, over in Sacramento. But as far as for the most thing, though, I was really, really impressed with what Christian did. I mean, he really, really did great. And if you guys want to see the fight, go to Boxing Profiles TV on YouTube. The fight is on YouTube.
Full fight?
Yeah, the full
wow,
fight. Yeah, all 3 rounds.
You can get that for
YouTube.
free only on Boxing Profiles TV on YouTube.
Yeah, so guys, if you're also out there, hit the bell icon, touch the like button, subscribe to the channel. Because look, we're trying to build this community, and we want a good, honest community of people that's going to be hardworking, that want to stick together, and we want to hear from you guys. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very important that we hear from you guys because, we got great new things that's coming up. And like last week, we showed you the belt. I didn't bring the belt out, but that's my
beautiful
bad.
belt.
It's
Beautiful
my bad.
belt.
But I got caught up with the cameras.
That's all right.
Like
That's
that.
all right.
It's all good though. That's why I always have 2 cameras too, backup.
Okay, wait. But let's go back to the fight. All right, and let's go back to talking about the fight. So when Christian was there any? And I can ask him as well, but even for you as a coach, you've cornered many fighters, you backed many fighters, like literally dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of fighters. Do you still get a little bit of the butterflies? Still get a little bit nervous for your fighters prior to a fight?
Oh yeah. I do.
Well, and how do how do you deal with it? And like I said,
okay. So the best way I could tell a person to deal with that, or the best way I could tell you that how I deal with it is moment by moment, punch by punch, is how I deal with it. If I was in the ring and I was fighting a fighter, I'm gonna tell you exactly. I'm gonna deal with it punch by punch. Okay, he threw the jab. Okay, how consistent?
Counter, right? Yeah.
Okay, how consistent is he with the jab? Where does he put his hands after he throws his jab? Is his hands staying up? Did he fall down into the shoulder roll? Where did he put his hands? Because where they put their hands is going to tell you what punches they're going to throw or what punches they can throw.
Right.
You understand? So if a guy's in the high guard, he pretty much can throw any punch, okay? The guy's down here, he's not going to be able to throw, an overhand from down
right.
here, okay?
Exactly.
And that's what I mean.
It's not physiologically possible.
Exactly, right? So, but you got to know the game in order for you to do that. But at the same time, the reason why I mentioned that you have to know where they put their hands is because if you control their hands, you win the fight.
Right.
Okay, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again.
Footwork and control the hands.
Footwork, controlling the hands. And the 2 things you need to fight is your hands and your eyesight. You disable the hands or the eyesight, you win unanimously. Okay, you win the fight. Okay? And the ways to do that is you got to get the angles on your opponent. You got to look for the different things that I don't want to give too much away though.
Right.
You gotta look,
You don't give them the sauce.
You want to give you want to get those angles.
Right.
But you also want to control their hands. Okay, if you can control their hands, it's gonna throw the timing off. They're gonna hesitate.
Right.
That's what that is.
Okay, so with that said, like you said, so actually you said taking a punch by moment. Did you see any nervousness in Christian's eyes? Him being so young, but still having many fights. He was cool, calm, collective.
Yeah, I talked to him earlier, and I did an interview with him. So I said, okay, hey, man, this guy's 8-0. Is that a problem for you? He was like, nah, coach, it's not a problem for me.
Good. See?
And I looked at him in his eyes, and I was like, all right.
You ready, right?
I said, yeah. I said, hey, he's ready. And I turned back and said, hey, he said that's not a problem. And it wasn't a problem for him. The young man, he went in there, he did his job.
Right.
He worked hard, and he earned it.
There you go.
You know what I mean? But every time you win, you got to jump up to the next level now, because eventually a target is going to be put on his back.
Yep.
Eventually.
You have to keep on progressing.
You got to
getting better, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you got to keep progressing in the game. Okay?
With that said, he has plenty of time. As long as he stays healthy. Yeah, he's only 15. He's in the ring right now. There's another 15-year-old by the name of Diego. Man, he's a problem too. He's definitely gonna be a problem as time goes on. Do we have any other fighters from the gym fighting anytime soon? Or this summer?
Not yet.
Summer's happening real soon.
Not yet. We will be
hot over
entering.
here already.
I think we will be entering Christian into a couple more fights. Diego is almost ready. We just
Osmat.
Osmat. He's not fully ready yet. She's not yet. But we do. But Diego is ready. We're just waiting for his paperwork to come in. Diego's a beast. He's a beast. Yeah. He ain't no joke.
Another young teenager.
Yeah. He ain't no joke.
Fights like a grown man, though.
Yeah. So eventually we're gonna get there. And again, like I said, like I tell all my guys, it's take it moment by moment, day by day. Never get ahead of yourself. Don't rush. Don't do anything. Like you see the 8 o'clock class.
Right.
I ain't even got to tell them, and look what they're doing already. I ain't even got to say it. I ain't got to say a word. Look what they're doing. They're already jumping on it. And they're already doing the footwork already. See, this is what I'm talking about when it comes down to boxing. You got to be dedicated. And you got to show your dedication. You know what I'm saying? You got to show the dedication with these guys, and that's what's going on. Not only that, boxing is a great way for you to self-defense, great way for you to get in shape.
Exactly. Look what happened with me.
Yeah, get you in shape.
Like for real, if you look at the videos from me 5-6 months ago when we started doing this,
You lost a lot of weight.
lost a lot of weight,
Yeah.
and my hands got good. Because before I thought I had hands. I didn't have no hands. I got knocked out like that. I still probably will get knocked out, but like I said,
You won't get knocked out.
yeah. Before though, I was puffed out chest and had no fighting skills. Horrible. Now I'm like, hey, I'm humble. I'm a dude. Like I don't want anything, but my hands are a little bit better.
Well, one thing about boxing is there's always somebody out there that's better than you.
Always.
Now,
Always somebody bigger, tougher than you, right?
yeah, but if you meet him in the ring, that's the only time that you're going to know it. If you meet him in the ring. But you might have a guy that's better than you, but you never meet him in the ring, so how would you know?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and that's the way it is when it comes to a lot of the fighters. But getting back to Christian, I'm proud of him. He actually really, really went there and really stepped up his game, bro. He really stepped it up, and it was due to him training and the things that we're showing. Also, to the other coach that he has, his name Coach Gio. Gio was also in the ring sparring with him.
Yeah, he's integral. I would watch them training with each other.
So that's something else that we do over here. Okay, all the coaches that are here are all former fighters. So what we do is we actually get in the ring with our fighters, and we actually teach them on what to do, what not to do, when to do something. Okay, hey, you know what? If your head's on the line, we touch you. We gonna touch you. What? Let you know, hey, your head's on the line. What's up? You know what I mean? So we actually let them know. And we got right-handed fighters here. We got left-handed fighters here. We got switch hitters. You name it, we got it. So the bottom line to it is this: look, our guys are gonna come in. They're gonna be in shape. They're gonna be prepared. I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. We come in after everybody. I don't care what your accolades are. I don't care who you're supposed to be. We come in after everybody. If you in our way, we coming.
Sorry, and as I say, it's no offense to none of y'all, but
No offense.
you gotta show
Yeah,
what we
now,
can do.
now.
You ain't doing this and producing fighters just to let them not show their skills.
Exactly. Now, I'm gonna say something. That means if you are in one of the weight classes that one of my fighters is in, whether I trained you or I didn't train you, more specifically, if I trained you and you have some training under me, you didn't get 100% of me because you no longer train with me. These fighters are getting 100% of what I teach.
Wow.
Not the guys previously that I trained. Okay, they don't have 100%. They got about 25%. They're missing the other 75. So, but if they're in my weight class or in the weight class of one of my fighters, it's on. It's on. And we're going to go in there and go do what we got to do, whether I know you or don't know you. We're going to do what we got to do.
You coming, right?
We coming.
You coming.
We coming, yo.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that simple. And that's it. And, rival gyms, whether I know you, if I don't know you,
It don't matter, right?
Everybody's a rival gym. It's just that simple. No. I'm being serious. I'm being real.
We'll like you afterwards, after the fight.
Exactly. Yeah.
And before the fight,
you're a rival gym. I don't care who you are. You know what I mean? There's a lot of guys out here that got gyms. I know them. We're good friends. But guess what? If your fighter is fighting my fighter, I'm sorry, bro. We rival gyms.
Yeah.
We'll be friends after our guys fight. It's just that simple. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not joking. I'm here teaching my guys, what they need to do.
Yeah,
to be the best.
Yeah.
Just that simple. And so are the other guys. You know?
And that makes sense. Sorry if you ain't with us, that's the truth. If you ain't with us, you're against us. Sorry.
That's it.
And that's for me too. I ain't even a real fighter or amateur fighter, but I rep the Duke. It says Georgia Duke box on my back. I'm super proud, and that's just the way it goes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's just the way it is. Yeah. Y'all got to excuse me, man.
That's all good. Actually, we didn't even say that much, Ryan, because you've already been on for 20 minutes. Like I said,
we've been on.
I wanted to get.
We keep it short.
Yeah, I want to get Prince's perspective on the fight and how he felt and how he thought Christian felt. Obviously, we need to get Christian in here.
Oh wait,
that we can ask him.
There's a question I would like to answer.
Yes.
You was asking the fans about the Inoue fight.
What I was asking was not really just about the Inoue fight itself, because he's gotten exposed with that left counter more than once. Exactly. But what I was saying is, do you think within 2025, you think he's still going to be undefeated in 2026? Is what I'm going to say.
Maybe he might be.
If he gets more fights,
maybe.
But he's probably picking.
Here's why I say maybe. I say maybe if he doesn't fix him getting hit with those hooks and things like that, if he doesn't fix that, eventually somebody's going to beat him.
I was going to say he's fast, but he ain't fast enough to leave his hands down. I'm going to be straight up and real with you. He's a good fighter. He's very, very good. He's excellent.
He's very good. But this may sound like
I just said the butt. Yeah.
But this may sound like it's biased, but I'm not being biased. The best fighters in the world come to America. Am I right or am I right? The best fighters in the world come to America. Manny Pacquiao came to America to fight, right? And look what Manny Pacquiao did when he came to America. He showed out. He showed everybody on just how really good he really was.
Tyson Fury, the Brit.
Same thing with him. Any fighter that is going to be one of the best in the world,
they find Vegas.
They come to Vegas. They're trying to make Dubai the capital of I don't think that's going. It's not going to work. But any fighter that is a good fighter, is going to be a great fighter, you got to come to America to fight.
You heard it from Prince.
I'm not being biased. I'm just being real. So there's facts to prove it.
Okay. With that said, though, let's go back to the specifics that we're talking about at hand here. Do you think it'll be American fighter then? If in a way goes against one, do you think it'll be American fighter? And who do you think has the best probability of either stopping or
Knock it in.
putting that one, yeah, or just putting the one on his record? What American fighter do you think? Like,
But there's
you
two.
think-
There's two groups of fighters.
No, wait. I was gonna say,
think.
is Gervonta in his weight class? No. Is Gervonta too big for his weight class? You don't think that Gervonta could? Nah.
Javante can beat him.
But I mean, what's the weight disparity there? You think they would be able to? match
Javante's
up?
135, 140. He's in a way is like 120, 120
So they
something.
can meet at like what? 128.
No. Javante's too big.
Too
Javante
big.
will knock him out
Okay,
quick.
okay, yeah, too
Javante
big.
Davis will knock him out quick. I mean, look, if this guy that his last fight, the guy hit him and dropped him. Come on, man. Javante Davis.
All right. So then who do you think? I want to see Espinoza.
I would like to see
Espinoza.
Espinoza, give him a good fight. I think there's a lot of. I think it's the fighter that's going to beat him is either going to be Mexican or he's going to be I think a Russian fighter.
Russian fighter?
Either Mexican or Russian is what I'm thinking. He's going to
Go. You're thinking of Americans at this point in time, not right now. Not right now.
Nah.
That could change, and you know how that could also change?
could change.
They might come from the Georgia Duke. They might come under the tutelage.
It could be.
Third Princeton.
Well,
Who knows?
hopefully that would be a trip, but it would be nice. But my whole point of it is I eventually, I can't take anything away from him in a way. He's a good fighter, and in all actuality, that was the first time I actually really really watched him fight. I saw highlights and clips of him. I've never really paid that much attention to him because you know what? He was fighting outside of America.
Right.
I mean, you got fights that on this on my boxing app, it shows all these fights in America all every week. They're
Right.
showing you can watch boxing in America every week.
I actually remember the USA
So, yeah,
fights,
yeah.
But I was gonna say,
Yeah.
because he has some young lions that are waiting for his teaching skills there. So, Chris, we're gonna try to do this again. I don't know if we can do this on Wednesday, but we'll do this probably next week. We have awesome guests lined up besides Christian here, which is one of the Georgia Duke boxers we just won. Like I said, we have some other special guests that should be coming through. So, aside from that, Prince, hit him with the trademark.
Remember something. Keep punching. Don't get punch drunk.
Peace.